Guys, welcome back to Java tutorials. So far we have covered the abstract classes, interfaces, encapsulation and access modifiers. Today video is all about difference between abstract and interfaces. This is not only important for a concept point of view and also very important interview question. The reason why I am giving the list of topics here means to understand the difference between interfaces and abstract classes. First of all, you should have knowledge about that one, right? So if you haven't know about what is abstract classes and interfaces, I would highly recommend go back and watch my previous videos. The key point of Java 8 is interfaces before Java 8 used for 100% abstraction, but after that we can also have concrete methods. If both have abstract methods and concrete methods, when to use abstract and when to use interfaces, that's a big question, right? So you need to understand the similarities between them as well as main thing is the differences between them. In this video I will go over all three concepts one by one. The first point is whether it is abstract classes or interfaces, both are used for abstraction, right? Abstraction, abstraction, abstraction. You have to understand that word, what is abstraction and how to do that. I already talked about a lot in my previous classes. Let's go over the next point now. And the keywords are different. We used extends for abstract and for interfaces we need to use implements. Basically, abstract class inherits the class using extends keyword and an interface implements another interface using implements keyword. Let's see the first example now and talk about next thing later. For demonstration purpose, I am taking one abstract class and one interface and two abstract methods. By default, an interface methods are public and abstract. You don't need to give this one. Let's implement the abstract methods. Class, check interface, implements, interface example. You need to click this one, implement methods. Select these two, say OK. That's it. This is how we implement the abstract methods in interface. We are using implement keyword and a class implements the interface. If you go over abstract classes, class inherits the abstract class, right? The class SBI extends abstract example. Right click this one, implement methods and select these two, say OK. This is how the abstract classes implements. If you want to have concrete method instead of abstract, let's take one regular method, public void display. You can add how many concrete methods you want in abstract class. The same thing if you go over in interfaces. You can also have concrete methods here, but the difference is we need to use default keyword instead of public. This is the Java 8 feature. Before that, interfaces are used for only abstraction. This is the first point to understand. Let's go over the second point now. The second point here is the both abstract classes and interfaces cannot be instantiated. Means we cannot create objects for interfaces as well as abstract classes. This is the interface. Interface name is interface example. If you want to create object for interfaces, let's say interface example object equal to new interface example. We remove these abstract methods. This is the object creation, right? So it's asking implement methods. Here the error is interface example is abstract. We cannot instantiate it. So if the interface class is abstract class, if you can't create object, how to call those methods? That's a good question, right? Using this class object, we can call those methods. Check interface obj equal to new check interface obj dot deposit obj dot withdraw. Like that, you will call those methods. Here we don't have any implementation. Let's write some quick example. Save the code and run. Here what I am talking is you cannot create any object for interfaces. The same thing is for abstract classes as well. Let's go over abstract example. Here the abstract class is abstract example. Public static void main abstract example obj equal to new. Let's see the class name. Class name here is SBI. SBI obj1 equal to new SBI. This is how you can call those abstract methods or regular methods. But basically you cannot create the object for the abstract classes or interfaces. That's how I wanted to say. The third point here I'm talking about difference between an abstract class and an interface in related to its implementation, basically multiple implementation part. Here the interface supports that multiple interfaces implementation at a time, but however an abstract class can extend only one abstract class at a time. Let's see that. Here the first interface example have one abstract method, and second interface name as interface example 2 having one abstract method. Our goal is to implement these two interfaces. Class check implements interface example comma interface example 2. Just add those two methods. That's it. So it supports multiple implementation part, so that we might have n number of interfaces. Those ones we can implement in a single class using command add those all interfaces. Pretty cool option, right? Let's see how to implement this part in abstract. Here also I have taken two abstract classes. This is the one and this is two under two methods. Class check extends abstract example comma abstract example 2. When you implement those abstract methods, even though after implementing those abstract methods, still we have the error here. So it doesn't support multiple implementations at a time. So overall, we can extend only one class at a time. This is what this means. The fourth point here, I am talking about one of the difference between abstract classes and interfaces and the keyword of abstract. We need to use this abstract keyword in abstract classes mandatorily, whereas for interfaces we no need to give specifically, and an abstract class extends by another class or another abstract class. This feature doesn't support for interfaces, and interfaces can extend to another interface, but for the class it has to implement. Theoretically it is so confusing. Let's see the coding part here so that you will understand much better. The first thing I was talking about abstract keyword, right? If you don't give this abstract keyword for abstract classes, it will show up the error. So it is mandatory to give the abstract keyword, whereas in interfaces it is not required. By default those are abstract classes. Public abstract void withdraw. Look, whether this one or this one, both are same for interfaces. This is the one difference. And the other important point is an abstract class can extend by a class or abstract class. Let's see what does that mean now. Let's understand the second point. Public abstract class, abstract example 2. Here we have two classes, means abstract classes. The first point is extended by a class, right? Let's have a class check extends abstract example. Implement those methods. Yeah, it's saying duplicate. Let's change the name. So class main check extends the abstract class. This is about extending by a class. Extending by abstract class, let's see that one also. Abstract class main check to extends abstract example 2. Please observe carefully here. The first thing is class or abstract class. Whatever it may be, we extend, right? But if a class extends the abstract class, it is asking unimplemented methods. Why an abstract class extends? It is not asking the unimplemented methods, means abstract methods, because this is also abstract class, right? But whenever you extend this main check to those unimplemented method, here it's asking. There is a logic and connection between everything. So come to our example. But when you look for the interfaces, one interface can extend the other interface. But for implementation purpose, you need to use implements keyword, not extends. Let's see what does that mean. So this is one interface and this is one interface, right? We can extend the interface. Extends interface example. This is the first point. In this case, one interface extends the another interface. So instead of implementing two interfaces, you can implement just one. There is no difference here because that is the advantage of inheritance. We know that, right, already. So it's over already. The point is already explained. An interface extends the another interface, right? Here extending this interface having now two methods, withdraw method and deposit method, using inheritance concept. But for a class, you cannot use this extends keyword. You have to implement that one. That's it. That is the difference between abstract classes and interfaces. The next difference between abstract classes and interfaces is about the protected methods. An abstract class can have both public and protected methods, and also have regular methods like concrete methods. Whereas for interfaces, it have only abstract methods. If you want to have concrete methods, you must use default keyword. This is the interface. Here these two methods are public and abstract. It doesn't allow us to create a protected method. If you want to understand this protected methods, you have to know about access modifier concept. That's the reason, as I said earlier, I'm talking about after access modifier concept, even though this is related to interfaces and abstract classes. And we can also have regular methods, public void method 4, but remember using default keyword, not public. This is the concrete method. That's it about interfaces, and let's see the abstract example. Look here, we have two public and abstract methods and one protected abstract method. It supports that one, and also we can have one concrete method. Implementation is the same what we have seen earlier. Class name check. This is the abstract class, right? Extends abstract example and implement those methods, those three methods. Just two key points in this example. The first one is it supports protected abstract methods, and for regular methods we should use the public keyword, whereas for interfaces it doesn't allow us to have a public abstract methods, and for regular method we should need to use the default keyword. That is the Java 8 feature. The next difference of abstract classes and interfaces is about variables. Here the abstract class having advantage over interfaces. It can have static final variables with access modifiers, private, protected and public, whereas interfaces can only have static and final variables. You can see the abstract classes pretty much have final static variables along with the access modifiers, private, protected, public, except this default one. If we see for interfaces, it allows only public, no private and no default and no protected access modifiers. So our next question is when to use abstract classes or when to use access modifiers. So this is absolutely depends on the requirement, and you should need to consider all other points what we discussed so far, differences, similarities, whether our business requirement matches that one or not. But in addition to that, abstract classes are primarily used for objects that are closely related, suppose cars or machines having the same functionality, right? Whereas for interfaces used for common functionality but for unrelated classes. For example, having two businesses but the owner is same. Like suppose a actor, he can produce his own movie. He is an actor and he is a producer at the same time, right? In that cases, we can better to use these interfaces. As I said earlier, we have to see all other differences we were talking about earlier. Suppose if you want to implement multiple interfaces at the same time, in that case interfaces are okay, means interfaces is the best option than abstract classes, like that. So this is all about today's video, and a very lengthy topic, and discuss a lot of points and very important interview question as well. Please read and practice the concepts thoroughly so that you will have the clear understanding. I hope you understand this tutorial very well. Happy learning. Stay tuned and see you in my next video.